What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Sergeant Moby here, and welcome back to another week of L.A Noire. Hope you're all having a good one. I monumentally just fucked that up because my chat is not where it should be. Right, let's put that there. Put that there. Good. Now we're in for a good time. Now we're in for a righteous stream. How is everyone's week going? 1 minute to go. We are already live, Meg. We're already live, yo. What up, Breather? Welcome everyone to the stream. I do hope you are having a fantastic week. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. Wonderful to have you here. Yeah, let's do this, Scott. I am honestly stoked to have you guys with me. The Naked City.
187 at 5810 Murata Avenue. Homicide wants you over there. The coroner thinks the broad was whacked using the army morphine. Don't say anything, Roy. Just get over there.
You got it. New clue, morphine. One hell of a clue. Alrighty, where's the way out? Exit this way.
What's with that getup of yours anyway?
Hey,
I should start
I like this
introducing
suit.
this as Detective Earl, and this is my science teacher, Mr. Phelps.
Your interest in my appearance is starting to get me worrying.
Like it or not, we're a dysfunctional couple now.
Yeah, of course
People
we are.
judge me with you on my arm same way they would a fat broad with a 5 o'clock shadow.
I really hope you're joking, Roy.
That's not the way to the exit.
So I gave him a ducky he didn't forget.
Woo, yeah!
It's him. The cop from the newspaper.
I did hit go live now, didn't I? I definitely hit go live. Okay, everything's good. Everything's up and running. Let me know if there's any problems with the buffering tonight, guys. Hopefully there won't be. And hopefully we can get a decent stream out, because I missed last week's I
If you
Know.
were twice as smart, you'd still be stupid.
Movie, what up, Meg? Welcome to the stream, chick. How you doing? How you feeling? You all good?
Seem distracted. We recovered the morphine. Some of it might be unaccounted for, so what? That's life. We did our job.
Not fully. I see a face, you see a movie.
Do you have any idea what is really going on while we're wasting our time following this stuff?
Are you going to tell me?
The deal's being done right now will change the face of L.A. forever, and we're wasting our time on
Movie.
Someone's little girl.
Visit the morgue at the end of the month when the John and Jane Does are cremated. Their percentages. The odds for and against lightning striking.
Well,
Yes,
what?
officers need help, Hollywood and Highland. Hollywood and Highland officers need help. 211 in progress and shots fired.
Well, what,
Unit to handle
Meg?
Code 3 identify.
What's wrong with you?
I just don't like you. That's what's wrong with me, Roy. Was it the good milk or was it the bad milk? Because if it was the bad milk, we're gonna be having words. It better have been the good milk, Mag. I'm not gonna be happy if it wasn't.
Second floor, apartment 6, in the back.
Thanks.
Movie is good. Movie is really good. I'm good. Having a good week. Second floor. End of the corridor. And now death.
Bukowski, you made homicide.
That I did.
Bad milk. God
Good to see
damn
you,
it,
fellas.
Meg.
You two want a hug? Or can we get on with it?
But
Relax,
fuck it. Hey, it's Rusty.
26 years old, fashion model. Found in the tub by the cleaning lady, Mrs. Reynoldson. She called it in.
We heard Carruthers thinks...
Carruthers likes to make work for people. Overdose of sleeping pills. Falls asleep in the tub. Rest in peace. Case closed.
Here, here. Mal is 100% that it's murder.
Do you mind if I take a look around?
Blue or green?
Go right ahead.
I go for blue milk. Because I want that full fat goodness, yo. go in the bathroom. Oh, there she is. And they've covered her with a towel. That's
Val,
handy.
we've had a look around. Rusty thinks it's a waste of time. What's your theory?
Come on, Mal. Tell us why we were dragged down here.
If the victim was alive when she entered the tub, water would have entered her lungs.
It didn't.
The water is violently churned in the windpipe as she drowns. The result is that a lot of foam is generated. This foam is found at the mouth and nostrils in almost all cases of real drowning. Notice anything about our Vic?
No foaming.
Be my guest.
No, literally, there's no foaming, Phelps.
Take a closer look at her head and neck.
Her neck is bruised pretty bad.
Ligature marks. Just listen to that crack. Ugh. Nightmares. A lot of bruising. There's a ring.
Very unusual ring.
I could be wrong, but it looks like a black sapphire.
Could be. Could be, Mal. Thank you so much for that input. Consumes so much milk. Yes, she took crack. She was a massive
Bruising
crack
on the
fiend.
forearm.
That looks like a bite mark.
These look like bite marks.
Very good. The eyes are a classic sign of morphine, and the bruises tell their own story. I think one man held her down and another held her arm and injected her. They put her in the bath to try to cover it as a drowning.
And spread a trail of barbiturates.
Take a look around outside on your way
That's
out.
a classy word,
Barbiturates.
barbiturates.
It would make my theory.
And morphine would have been very quick, and there wouldn't have been much of a struggle.
Okay, so find two guys who recently bought cigarettes and weren't junkies, and you might be onto something.
Yep.
This is her.
It's a sound theory. These are all circumstantial bits in here, I'm sure.
Doesn't look like anything.
Yep, circumstantial.
Miss Julie was...
Pretty girl like that. Maybe she was having trouble with some boys.
Nothing in there.
Maybe
Look.
she got her heart broken. Couldn't take it anymore. So she ran herself a bath and down some
Quality
pillows
English
and
smoking jacket.
She's into some kinky
I don't
shit.
know anyone under 45 who would wear one.
Savile Row.
She always
Wow.
had so much fire.
She's in some kinky shit. What kind of kinky shit is she in?
I'm not being very clear.
Looks like barbiturates.
It's okay.
Yep, more barbiturates in the bedroom. So they really trying to... Pins? What was I?
Barbiturates.
More barbiturates.
What else is rattling around in this thing?
Oh.
We should speak to her doctor. Prescribing both drugs would make her life a roller coaster.
Oh. What are you laughing at, Meg? I'm still not quite 100% sure what you're laughing at. Yeah, I've already found that one, Roy. Yeah, giant vagina. Okay. What's up, Madeline?
I'm Detective Phelps. I'm here to try and help Julia. Do you mind answering some questions?
Virginia Reynoldson, I'm just so shocked. I feel like there's something I should be doing, someone I should call.
We can make those calls, ma'am. Who needs to be notified?
That's just it. I don't know. Miss Julie doesn't have any family in town.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Someone has to set her affairs in order. Mr.
You're
Henderson,
laughing
maybe
at death. Well, okay. If that's what you want to do,
If you give the details
then
to the
that's
other
what you want
detectives,
to do.
ma'am, they can try and get in contact.
Okay. Kinky. Yep, she's into barbiturates, basically sleeping pills, and something else. We don't know what the something else is yet.
Was Miss Randall depressed about something? Upset?
No more than normal.
That's quite evasive.
Would she have killed herself for a man?
Oh, fucking hell.
Miss Julie would never have killed herself. She was a very determined young lady. One of those people who shake the tree for all it's worth.
Well done, Cole. We're now shouting at old
Did
women.
Miss Randall have many friends visit?
I'm not sure. I only come around twice a week.
That looks like doubtable. It's
Men
not doubtable.
friends, Mrs. Reynoldson. Spill it.
I will not spread gossip about Miss Julia. She was very nice to me.
I don't care if she was the Virgin Mary, sister. Who was she humping? You changed the sheets.
You're disgusting. If you're going to take that tone, I won't answer any more questions.
There wasn't an option to check under her bed.
What was it like working for Miss Randall?
Perfectly fine, officer.
I'm gonna have to doubt this one.
Mrs.
There we
Reynoldson,
go.
it seems like there's something you want to tell me.
She was very high-strung. Lovely one moment and screaming at you the next.
Oh, she was bipolar.
She wanted it all, and she wanted it damn quick. Of course, being so beautiful, it seemed like she was going to get it. Not the way it's turned out, though, is it?
Nope.
Thanks, Mrs. Reynoldson. You've been very helpful.
No, you haven't.
One of the other detectives will take your statement, and then you can go home.
Hopefully, her statement
Stefan,
does not
Rusty,
hinge
we'll
on the
take a
case.
look around outside and then follow up these leads. Can you get some guys to run down the jacket?
Boom.
You think Carruthers has called it right?
He rarely gets it wrong.
I don't know. I'm a Galloway. I've met enough girls in my time who can't handle their dope.
You've probably given it to him. Right, let's have a look down in the alleyway. Maybe there's some trash that we need to look at. Mrs. Jekyll and Hyde, she's both. Nothing in the trash. Not on that one anyway. Is there anything on the inside? Any trash in here? Aha! I was right!
Al will be pleased.
Well, that's hardly conclusive, given the number of those things we've come across recently.
The autopsy will confirm it one way or another.
A good-looking corpse. Okay. That's not weird. Alright, let's get back in our car and let's fucking hightail it. Do somewhere else. Meg. Calm your tits.
This guy must have escaped.
Beth, ain't that funny? It is Jekyll and Hyde. It is Jekyll and Hyde. So how's your week been, Meg? You been all good? Everything cool with you? Oh, we kind of left our partner behind. Excuse me, pardon me. Yeah, but we didn't. We're fine. Driving in my car, broom broom. Broom broom, motherfucker. It is Jekyll and Hyde. Or it's rather Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Absolutely fireproof. Are we gonna blow up now? Or burn down? Knock knock. Housekeeping. Actually have a look at our notebook. You had the chat. Okay. Well, they're X's for a reason. Although, weirdly,
if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would
I've
be
actually
able to work
spoken to
half
one of my
days.
exes every day this week. And it's actually not been horrible. That's been rather pleasant. Stoneman.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Stoneman, 505, right. 503. 505.
Yes, sir, your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No.
No.
We wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here
Yeah,
to see
Dr.
you.
Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. It is back! What up now?
See this patient again after they've left.
Welcome to the stream, sweets. How are you?
Your investigation is much more important than my sciatica. I'm just in pain here. Leave me alone.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Well, she's dead, so...
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
I'm doubting this guy. Do we have any evidence? I don't actually think we do. I'm glad you're doing the happy dance because this is back. It makes me smile to know that you enjoy this as much as I do, Mel. Alright, Meg. Go do your thing. Alright, we're gonna fire and forget. It wasn't
Didn't
out.
like her, did you? It wasn't a question of like, Detective. She was incredibly beautiful.
We done fucked it.
When you looked in her eyes, you knew how a mouse felt before a snake. Not an ounce of warmth there.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
Mm-hmm. This is fucking hard. This is really difficult. This one is actually really difficult. Like, I can't get a read on the guy. I can't get any kind of this guy is textbook pussy whips. Modeling job. I've already fucked that one. It wasn't doubt. Yeah, I already kind of fucked that one now.
We believe Ms. Randall died of an overdose of morphine. You didn't prescribe her anything else, did you?
That is a very serious allegation to level at a doctor, young man.
Okay, so he didn't actually ask us for evidence. So probably gonna have to back out of that one because we got the sleeping pills, we got the Benzedrine prescription, which we already know. Modeling job. Oh, that's July 46. That was that was it. Nah. I hate looking at evidence.
Detective? Tell me, do you often lose focus like this?
Shut up, Doctor. How long is the delay, guys? Is it like normal, or is it a little bit longer than normal? Wait, Mel, did you censor yourself? Shame on you.
Detective? Tell me, do you often...
Looks like I made a mistake.
Alright, let's have a look at the... Didn't prescribe or anything else, did you? Very serious allegations about a doctor. So probably didn't prescribe anything to her. Like, probably didn't just prescribe the morphine to her. Let's have a look at the evidence once. So there's the morphine, which is fine. Possible suicide, 2 suspects, sleeping pills. Oh, okay, yeah. So try the sleeping pills. We're gonna try the sleeping pills again. It wasn't the sleeping
I'm well
pills.
aware of what is prescribed under the Harrison Act, Detective. If you wish to make any other ridiculous accusations, I suggest you direct them to my attorney.
Okay. That one was probably doubt. Now that I think about it. Or maybe it was the truth. You never know. These people aren't always lying. So we're going to ask him about the fashion modeling.
Do you know where Miss Randall worked?
I have my patient's home address and next to kin. That's as far as it goes.
Oh, he's lying. He's squirming. He is not very comfortable. But I'm gonna leave it over to chat for you guys to dictate how this one goes. Think very, very closely, guys. Think very carefully.
Detective? Tell me, do you often lose focus like this?
No, that happens. So we're gonna have a look at the notebook. So we know she has a modelling job. Obviously, she was a model. But we need to know where she worked. Like, which agency she worked for. He's probably been sleeping with her and then, like, jabbing needles in her arm and shit. Um... I'm just gonna go with doubt.
We are
It was
investigating
doubt.
a murder, Doctor. You
Hooray!
can read whatever else is on that card, or I can reach over and take it from you.
There is such a thing as confidentiality, officer.
Not for a dead woman lying on her bathroom floor, there isn't. You want to obstruct me? I'll subpoena your patient records.
Clothing store. 6582 Hollywood Boulevard, Hollywood.
How does he know
We
that?
often find the more obstructive people tend to be, Dr. Stoneman, the more they have to hide.
Yep, we got it.
See how easy that was.
Patient suffering from chronic back pain. Recommended changes to dietary habits and sleep routine. Follow up prescribed oxycodone. She's been prescribed with oxy. Whew. That's quite dangerous. Especially with the barbazole and everything. Right, let's have a look. So there's more stuff to find at her apartment. We might actually have to do. Let's go back to her apartment and see if we can find anything. Because we've done all we can do here. We only got one question right. But it's better than getting none.
The old boy is lying.
About what?
Everything.
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
So how's your week? How's your week been now? You having a good time? You enjoying life?
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
Why don't we just buy him drinks then? Seems like it would have been easier.
Citizen reports suspicious activity on a trolley car on Fountain Avenue. Stand by for further information. Any central unit?
Yeah, my week is going... It's been a weird week.
I hope you got some money saved up.
I don't. Maybe he does. This car is on fire. Yeah, it's been a bit of a weird week. I'm going to be honest. I found out I got a new job, which is cool. Got back in contact with one of my exes that I haven't spoken to for 5 years. And we've been speaking for a while, for like every day this week, which has been kind of surreal. But yeah, it's been good. Been a weird but good week. Hopefully it will continue. If it doesn't, then well, it doesn't. Alrighty. Okay, let's go back up to her. Let's go back up to her apartment and let's see what we can see. Now, you guys, if you guys have been in one of these streams before, you know that I do a wee little is this what we missed?
This is all top end of town stuff. Gives us somewhere to look.
Oh, there's actually more shit to look at in there. Cool. Nothing. That looks like... Oh, nothing. But, because we can open one, kind of means that we'll probably be able to open the others.
There's been a modeling assignment.
Boop.
It's a place to start.
There you go. And let's have a look at the last one just for shits and gigs. But yeah, I do,
I think our work is done here.
Clothes certainly aren't from the Sears catalog.
I almost skip Called Movie's Last Case, and we will be having another episode of that as soon as we finish this case. So roughly about half an hour from now, we'll be having another episode of that. So if that does interest you, be sure to stick around. And if you are enjoying the stream, please be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out immensely. You can also check down in the description for a list of a whole host of other YouTubers that make amazing content, and I highly endorse them all, so definitely go check them out. And back in the car we go. So we've actually sorted this area. This particular location we've sorted out. Are you laughing at death again, Meg? Yes. I mean, no. I'm an officer of the law.
Any Central unit of 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street. Unit to handle code 3, identify.
Sorry, Roy. I mean, sorry, not sorry. Well, if you've already liked it, then if you hit it again, it'll just hit the like off. Oh, okay. That's fine. Ah, car accident. Woo! Oh, not off. It is a nice car. Too bad the guy that owns the car is a complete douchebag. So by the time we finish this case, it won't be a nice car. This is a real nice fancy store. It would sure be a shame if someone were to die in it.
Well, hello. What can I help you with today?
I'm looking for a dress.
LAPD, ma'am.
I hope I haven't done anything wrong.
No, ma'am.
Not
We're
losing
making some
it.
inquiries about
yet.
Julia Randall. Does she work here?
No, I had to let her go. Is she in some sort of trouble?
She's dead.
She was found dead this morning.
Right. Let's try not to fuck this up.
How long had Julia worked as a model?
Well, she worked in New York before coming here. She was a very beautiful girl.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Could you tell us why you let Miss Randall go?
Husbands sometimes come in here with their wives. When Julia Randall modeled, the husbands were often more interested in her than they were their wives' dresses. The wives weren't happy, and neither was I.
So, jealousy.
Did she have any close friends here?
Actually, yes. Heather Swanson. Would you like to speak with her?
I'd like that very much. Please don't inform her about Miss Randall's death.
Very well, officer. Heather, these
Another
gentlemen from
bites
the
the
LAPD.
dust.
I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. I understand that you worked with Julia Randall, Miss Swanson?
Yes. Julia helped me get my job here.
And did you get her fired?
She's not
I know
in any
you
kind
did.
of trouble, is
She's
she?
a hellraiser, isn't she? Lives a fast life.
Oh, no. Maybe Mrs. Stanley would call her that, but I wouldn't. She's full of life, a wonderful company.
And another one gone, and another one
That's
gone.
a lovely
Another
engagement
one
ring.
bites
Do you
the
like it?
dust.
Henry gave it to
I'm
me.
very interested in engagement rings. Do you mind if I take a closer look? That's some pearl, Miss Swanson. Would have cost Henry a fortune. He must really love you.
Take your time, Meg. Take your time.
How did you meet Julia?
I was introduced through my fiance, Henry Arnett.
We've heard that name before. He's blinking a lot, but okay.
Henry is your beau. Tell us about him.
Yes, he is. Henry has a fashion business. He and Julia have been friends for years.
Are Miss Randall and Mr. Henderson engaged?
Who's he?
Have a look. What's she doing? How's she acting? Doesn't seem to be giving anything away. Maybe a little bit blinky, but okay.
She was wearing a sapphire engagement ring. Someone must have given it to her.
She never mentioned a man named Henderson to me.
Okay.
That's all for now, Miss Swanson. Could you ask your fiancé to visit Hollywood Police Station? It would be very helpful to our inquiry.
Now, wait a moment. I don't think I'll pass on that message until you tell me why you're asking all these questions.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
What? Oh, no. Oh, I can't believe it. She was so full of life.
Yes, she was. And now she's dead. Okay. Moving on. Let me use the fucking game well, thank you.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
Fake pearls or fake woman?
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Hopefully not one like you.
All units in the vicinity and any central unit. Citizen reports of 415 at 7th and Central. Unit to handle code 2. Identified.
Yeah, that works. What do we get from the autopsy then, Mal? You think? You think she seemed happy that she died?
Detectives Phelps and Earl here to see the coroner.
Yes, Detective. He's waiting for you in the examination room.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 cigarettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening now.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
Of course you did. Oh god, he really got fucking stoved in, didn't he? Jesus.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine.
It could be integral.
Yeah, he's here.
It could be one of our killers.
I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal. Thanks for the lead.
You're a dick, Roy. No wonder everyone breaks your car.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car in the end.
Alright, let's go this way. This isn't like our... Is this... I don't actually think this is our original...
Interview 2, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is
gallery.
off his chest.
Staff. Detectives. Interview room 3.
Coroner says it's going to take at least a week to get an ID.
Press office. What the fuck is this?
Straight through the red light.
Interview room 2. This way. Ah, here we go.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Alright.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
That's a lie!
Come clean with us, Arnett. Was Miss Randall your mistress? Is that how she could afford such a lavish lifestyle?
That's a ridiculous allegation. How could you possibly prove that I paid for Julia's things?
Okay, so if... we have no evidence that says... Well, if Mel's getting so riled up about Arnett, he must be a pretty sleazy bastard. A terrible liar, you say? Well, we did just speak to his wife.
Looks like I was mistaken.
Look at that little smile he's got going on there.
He's asking whether
You
you
were right.
banged her in a chuck on the shoulder fraternity kind of way.
I'm engaged to be married. It wouldn't be polite.
Answer the question.
This will remain private. Heather won't have to know. Yes. We had relations.
You have relations? What does that mean?
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
So is the second one doubt as well, or is that actually a lie, or... Let's see what happens if we hit lie.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
Relations? Who calls it that anymore? I know, right? He banged her. Exactly. Yeah, I'm inclined to go doubt as well. We don't actually have any evidence.
You don't ask, you never find out.
Spill it,
was
Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
I don't think you'd be able to to chat if you had deleted your YouTube, Meg. I know. I'm not actually sure where we're getting this whole Henderson thing from, because it's not in here. So, I am confused.
That's all. Heather's distraught. I probably need to get home.
Shut up. Alright, everyone sees it. Mel says doubt. And we're going to go off Mel, because I know for a fact that she's completed this. My first playthrough, I never played the DLC, so here we go.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
I was door knocking all morning, but I got a make on the car.
Arnett Clothing
Some
Emporium.
traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
He's fucking
That would
lying.
be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
You got it. This case is quite good. I've been terrible on the questions, but this case is good.
He's in that car at the lights.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Easy, Cole. Better back it
Oh,
up.
hey there, friend.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Yeah, it doesn't really help these 1940s cars handle like absolute ass. But I know what you mean. I mean, they're too far behind, or too far near them, and it just really doesn't work out well. Remember, it's 2 car lengths. 2 car lengths behind.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
God damn it. Everyone's looking at us, Cole.
Why did you hate Google, Meg? What's going on? Yeah, but it's what the game defines as too close that gets kind of easy. Like everything, the good book is a little bit fuzzier around kneecaps.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
You got a pretty funny
Asshole.
idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
What the fuck was that? Never heard that chime before.
He needs money and fast.
Trying to get out of town. That's why.
Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Get closer.
It's alright, Meg, I'm sure you'll work it out.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail. Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Don't run me over, you dick.
What are you doing?
Oh. Hey. Calm your jets. Nothing that can't be sorted.
He needs money and fast. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
How's that just been paid look about him? What are you doing?
Oops. My bad.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
This isn't a racetrack. What are you doing?
Oh, damn it. See, I think I might actually have to... No, I don't want to skip it.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm
Alright,
done
we're
here.
actually going to have to go incognito on some of these, I think. Just, you know, not yet.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
What are you doing?
How did you see me? Penis? God.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Not that side of... For fuck's sake, Cole. It's going to ask me every time if I want to skip it. And I don't want to skip it.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Get closer.
What are you doing?
How the... Next time, I feel like, you know, maybe just shooting him might actually be a worthwhile idea.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Fuck these tails. Right, our next one is that trash can.
Too much slack. Get closer.
Or maybe behind this tree. No, not behind the tree, because he pulled into the wrong fucking side. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Oh, fuck off! I honestly want to shoot him in the face at this point. Sorry guys, we'll get this one done and then
Too much
we'll
slack.
catch this motherfucker.
Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Oh, fuck it!
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
It's not often I do the frustrated dance, but when I do...
Can't risk losing the trail.
Okay.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Okay, we got past that bit.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Oh, fuck you. I'll try a couple more times and then, if needs be, we'll just fucking skip it.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
What are you doing?
This is frustrating as shit.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Fucking fuckhead.
Too much slack. Get closer.
Like, I appreciate that, you know, tailing people is an integral part of police work, and
at risk losing the trail.
You know, it needs to happen and all this kind of stuff. But this is fucking annoying. Also, he's jaywalking, so that's fun.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
Fuck you, you fucking... One more time. If we can't do it in this last time, I swear to fucking God.
Move in. At risk losing the
Hoof it,
trail.
Phelps. I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
It's on the other side of the street, Cole. I think you'll be fine, dude.
Move in. At risk losing the trail.
Son, you're a couple of slates short of a full roof.
Has he crossed the street yet? Yeah, now he's crossed the street. So as soon as he gets past that corner. Okay. Okay.
Too much slack. Gotta get closer.
That's the cop.
Move in. At risk losing the trail.
Oh, fuck off. You know what? I'm done. We're not doing it. Fuck you. Asshole.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
I almost get the feeling he's like a kind of Don Draper character.
LAPD. The man who just came in here. He bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City, tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
You got it.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case.
Yep.
Arnett only got 600 clams.
Fucking script. Dearest Beverly, with love and affection, always. Is that an L or a J? Either way, that's fucking annoying.
Car 11K,
Go ahead, KGPL.
11K, go to Hollywood Station. Homicide detectives Bukowski and Galloway have information relating to the Randall case.
Roger, KGPL. 11K, en route.
Car 11K, car 11 King, come in.
Car 11 King, go ahead.
R&I reports the last arresting officer for DOA Jimmy LeBlanc was Patrolman Fred Wallace, who's working a shift on Hollywood 9th Beat, Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Car 11K, en route.
A one-way ticket to Mexico. Old Henry's looking as guilty as a dog next to a pile of dog shit.
What's his motive?
I can think of a few.
This car cost me a fortune, you moron!
Oh yeah, so it did. Let's rag it up.
I can think of a few, but I'd put my money south of the belt. One guy plus two dames always equals problems.
Any of the vicinity officer needs assistance, 1825 North Highland Avenue, 1825 North Highland Avenue, unit to handle code 2 identify.
Alright guys, so we may have failed the tailing mission, and it may have beaten us, but fuck it, we're on the road again, and we're making leads, and this case is going to be out soon. Coin collector, earrings, Trebuchet, gold cigarette case, yes.
It's here. Arnett must be out of his mind trying to move this while
And
under
the
a murder
black
cloud.
sapphire ring as well.
Julia Randall's ring. It's here.
One collection. And a pearl ring as well.
Even the engagement ring was purloined. Arnett is a cad.
Douche. Alright, let's have a look and see if the satin ball gown. Excellent. Thank you so much for popping in, Ant. And I hope you have a brilliant night, my friend. Earrings, silver pillbox, sort of canter, gold candelabra, hardbound Bible, Constantine watch, sort of clothing. Oh, there is more stuff that we... The ring.
Seems
There we
Julia
go.
wasn't the first bored society girl to hide her bennies in that pillbox.
There we go. That's what we were looking for. Okay.
What do you think?
Okay. We check out this Eastern Broad and see if we can make the link between the burglars and Arnett.
You're cool. Let's do that.
I want to make comments. You know you make it if you
The bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
And I thought, that's hilarious.
Right, let's go to the Hollywood 9th beat first.
My father says I'll never be an actress.
Alright, Meg. Thank you so much for hanging out. Wonderful to see you again. I'm sure I'll see you in another stream very, very soon.
Are you on the south or north?
Oh, that sucks. Hope you feel better. No more milk.
Central unit of 484 just occurred, 3155 West 4th Street. Unit to handle code 3 identify.
Okay. Excuse me, pardon me.
Son of a bitch!
My bad, dog.
Where'd you learn how to drive?
No, I'm not doing poker tomorrow. I've got a social engagement that I need to go to. It's a friend's birthday, so I do need to go.
Come on, give him a hand.
Right behind you, Wallace. Detective Phelps.
Wallace, go left. I'm going right after this little prick in the alley.
If you get him, give him one for me, Detective.
Oh, probably just gonna cut down the alleyway.
Throw out the guns.
Your move, mister. You're clear. Go. Find some cover.
There you go.
Thanks. Outstanding warrant, armed
Didn't give
robbery.
it a
Knocked
formal
over a
name. I said it was a
drugstore back
social
there. Looks like he
engagement.
brought his whole posse with him. Bad luck for them.
They're all yours now. We need some information.
But yeah, it's friend's birthday, and I've got to go get drunk with him.
Sure. We nabbed Jimmy on a burglary beef a couple of years back. They cut through a music shop and into a jewelry store. He got 4 years. I miss his partner, though.
His partner?
Big guy.
What?
I had him cornered, and he picked up this huge display case and threw it out a plate glass window. Then he vaulted out of there like something out of Barnum and Bailey.
Got away.
I would have had him, except for LeBlanc yelling, "Run for it, Willie!"
And you think he was an acrobat of some sort?
More like a strongman, a wrestler, or a boxer, that kind of thing.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
Maybe that was Arnett.
You haven't done too badly yourself.
We almost died.
You're suggesting LeBlanc is still working with Willie?
A strong man held down Randall while someone administered the morphine. Someone with muscle opened up LeBlanc's skull. Could be.
Well, the clues are all there, Phelps. We are slowly putting them together. Just for reference, guys, I don't actually drive like this when I'm actually in a car. It's just because I hate Roy. You shithead.
Look where you're going!
Why does everyone accuse me of being drunk? Maybe I'm just a terrible driver. Excuse me, pardon me. Trying not to die here. Now this is a fancy house. Or rather, it would be if it actually was a house. Instead of just a country road. I thought it was a driveway.
What are you doing?
We're fine, everything's fine. That's all good. As long as you're having a good time, Scott, that's all that matters. Mel's probably still lurking around somewhere. I know she loves L.A Noire.
LAPD, ma'am. Is Mrs. Eavestrom in?
She is. Would you follow me, sir?
I am Mrs. Eavestrom. How may I help you?
We appear to have recovered some stolen goods that belong to you, ma'am.
Yes, of course. That terrible
Yes,
burglary.
stolen.
Would you like something?
Yeah,
to
I
drink?
saw you
No,
log
thank
on
you.
to Black Ops 3.
We have some questions, if you don't mind.
I see everything.
Why would I mind, young man? If you are returning 43 pieces of my property.
Okay, before we get down to that, I'll have a scotch. Thanks, straight up.
Maria, can you get the detective a drink, please?
Alrighty, let's
Can
stolen
you
items.
describe to us what was stolen?
It would
Was
be easier to describe what
she-
wasn't stolen, detective.
The sister of...
A priceless tiara that has been in the family for 50 years. A Fabergé cigarette
The
case
sister of
that was
Bert.
worth $25,000.
No need to apologize, Mel. I know exactly what you mean. That's a lie because it was valued at $10,000.
Why are you lying about the value of your jewelry, Mrs. Eastrom?
Who do you think you are? Making heinous accusations in my own home.
We recovered the cigarette case from a pawnbroker. No one knows the real value of an item better than those guys.
I inflated its value for the insurance claim. There. Are you satisfied?
That you're a thieving bitch? Yes.
My daughter's boyfriend was quite taken with the case. I think he was even more disappointed than I was when it was stolen.
She does go pretty ham on the blush, doesn't she?
What can you tell us about the burglary?
That terrible night. At least a year ago. But let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered.
How about let's go into that? I'm gonna go with doubt. I think this is a doubt. She seemed very eager to get everything back, especially after she'd already been paid for the insurance. What did she even say? Okay, so what she actually said was, that terrible night, at least a year ago, but let's not go into that. Let's talk about what you've recovered. Doesn't really give us anything to go on. There's no question. There's no... I'm sure it was a terrible night. I'm sure it was about a year ago. However, am I doubting this one? Oh, I think it's the truth. Well, then this one's on now.
Were you in the house when the burglary took place?
Good heavens, no. I was at a social function held by a Dr. Harold Stoneman and his lovely wife.
What was the name
I
of his
returned
wife?
home and all of my things were missing.
That's about it for now, Mrs. Eastrom. The department will get in touch and let you know how you can recover your valuables.
You have only
Thanks,
mentioned
Mel.
a few of the items that have been stolen, Detective. What else has been recovered?
You see, Phelps? That's why you get the drinks in early.
Hello, Mother.
So,
Hello, detectives. What is going on?
We'd like to ask exactly the same question.
You have met my daughter?
This morning at work. Oh, mother and father divorced. I took my father's name.
The detectives recovered some of the things that were stolen, darling.
Well, what did you find?
like that
A sapphire
pearl
ring on the corpse of Julia Randall.
What are you talking about?
Your engagement ring, Miss Swanson. Would you be surprised to know that it was part of the proceeds of a burglary?
That's an outrageous allegation.
Yes, it is. I suggest we go straight to Henry Arnett's place and sort this mess out.
Sounds like a plan. Oh, now we're fucking driving Miss Daisy.
I survived the war for this.
missing something here. Arnett is obviously arranging the burglaries.
That's my fiance you're making scurrilous accusations about.
Scurrilous.
And Randall was obviously his partner.
But neither of them are the type to creep apartments.
You're being ridiculous. Both of you. There's a very good explanation for all of this.
No, there isn't.
What a sock in it, sister. You're being played for a patsy and you're not even smart enough to see it.
Oops.
Goddamn maniac!
Shut up. We're fine. Everything's fine.
You're paying for every last scratch.
No, not. The department is. Major piece. Woo!
There goes a week's wages. Maybe I drive better if you shut the hell up.
I will kill us right now. Maybe it'd be easier if we put the siren on her. Surprisingly, it is easier now that we've put the siren. Alright, on that. This is where it gets nasty. Maybe we got ourselves a jumper.
Come on, sister. Let's find out who your fiance really is.
Welcome, sir. I'm sorry, are you a resident?
No, I'm not.
LAPD detectives. We're here to speak to Henry Arnett.
Oh, Mr. Arnett? Apartment 30. You can take the lift.
Thank you. I thought you Americans called it elevator. In any case.
Well, isn't this just nice and awkward?
And he's dead.
Stop!
Don't kill him,
LAPD!
Cole. This guy's our case.
Go on,
Put
get
your
after
hands
him.
in the air!
Alright.
Give it up, LAPD! Don't make me chase you!
He's already making you chase him, Cole. Oh, we're about to get crammed in the fucking cranium.
Looks like he got you good, Phelps.
Yeah, he really packs a wallop. How did I get back here?
Under your own steam, miraculously. You came in through the window, said hello, and then keeled over.
How was Arnett?
He's coming round, too. He's all hopped up. Good time to get some answers.
You missing something, Henry?
Oh, and we lost our hat as well. That sucks. Right, there's the Mexico City one way.
You told Heather you're honeymooning without her?
And a watch. Which just happens to be Constantine.
That's an extremely expensive watch, Henry.
It's also part of the burglary.
A graduation present from my parents.
Right. Don't you worry, guys. We will find stuff in this apartment. Cole's like a fucking bloodhound.
I don't think this is going to help us.
I don't even know what that is. Anything in the kitchen. Right, they leave watermelon just hanging around. Okay, well, let's just talk to him.
We know all about the jewelry ring. You and Randall and LeBlanc and Willie doing the legwork.
I'm in the fashion business.
Really? Really? Alright, let's have a look at the notebook. Did we ever find out about that smoking jacket? I'm not sure that we did, you know. What do you think, guys? What do you think?
You won't let me leave until we finish this, detective. So you'd best get on with it.
What are we thinking?
You won't let me leave until we finish this, detective. So you'd best get on with it.
He may well be in the fashion industry, but he's also a lying, cheating douchebag that steals things. And that shit will not fly.
You won't let me leave until we finish this, detective. So you'd best get on with it.
Use some intuition. So, 82% went... I did find the ticket and the watch. Right, let's see what Cole says when I hit lie.
You're lying, Henry. How can you prove that I'm involved, detective?
Because of the watch. Or the pearl ring. I'm thinking going with the watch because it's the only shred of evidence that we have. Maybe it's the contraband list. The ring should do it.
You won't let me leave until we finish this, Detective.
Okay.
So you'd best get on with it.
It wasn't the ring.
Shouldn't you be calling me an ambulance or something? Why did Reed and LeBlanc kill Julia Randall? I wanted to stop, to get out of that life. I was going to marry Heather if she'd have me. Julia told the others that they were out, that she was going to create a new gang.
Doubt? Not doubt.
You wanted Julia Randall out of your life.
Why would he want that? Julia was our friend.
Julia was his hump, sweetheart. They were the Bonnie and Clyde of society burglars. He met you and realized he didn't have to steal anymore. He could just mooch from you. He needed Julia out of the way.
Julia was insatiable. She didn't care about anyone, not the least me. She was never going to go back to the poverty she came from. I wanted it to stop.
Who is Henderson, and what is his involvement?
Tell them what you know, Henry. I'll stand by you if you'll only tell the truth.
There is no Henderson.
This is where I think the jacket may have come in handy. I don't know, guys. This is tricky. Like, he may have been a really shit liar in the police station, but right now it's difficult, you know? Really difficult. Or I'm getting stuff from Twitter through. So what do you think, guys? He's acting awful shady, to say the least. So I'm thinking doubt, because as far as I know, I don't have him on a lie.
Tell me about your first burglary, and don't lie.
I can't remember. I don't keep a list of these things.
Okay, fine.
It's nothing personal. I'm just doing my job. You understand that?
Alright. We're fast running out of options here, guys. It's not truth. He's jitting around way too much for it to be the truth. It's not a lie because he didn't ask us for evidence. It is the lie. It is a lie. What are we getting him on? That aircon going around is slowly driving me to drink. Speaking of which.
won't let me leave until we finish this, Detective, so you'd best get on with it.
See, this is what I like about L.A. Noire. L.A. Noire Friday. It's like we're kind of pulling together our collective brains to help solve cases. It's like solve a case by committee. Maybe this is the one with the watch. Well, if it's not, then it's not.
No
It's
such
not.
person, Detective. I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Henry Arnett, you are under arrest for burglary and for
Okay,
murder.
we fucked this one up, but hey.
Henderson is Stoneman, all right? I'm not the guy you want. Go talk to the good doctor.
Oh, we will, knucklehead. Meanwhile, we're fitting you for convict stripes.
Why not just tell us who's... Why not just tell us who Henderson was, instead of waiting to be arrested before he told us? Fucking idiot. We did terribly in this case, guys, just saying.
I guess the wedding's off.
He only robbed her mother and killed her best friend. Cut the guy some slack.
So how does the doctor fit in?
Alright.
Look out!
Yeah, it's probably the last one where he
That's
tells
what
us.
we're about to find out. Maybe we should ask him to give you a quick once-over. That meathead gave you one hell of a pasting.
I've had worse.
You should have seen yourself staggering back in there like a drunken sailor.
Next time you can take the runner, boy.
Christ alive, this is a nightmare!
Really a nightmare.
Turn left when you can.
Oh, I forgot we can actually ask for directions.
Time for the doctor to give us something.
No worries, no. Honestly, if you can't work it out, and I can't work it out, and Scott can't work it out, then obviously we're not going to work it out.
Hang on a moment, sister. Tell him it's Henry Arnett, and tell him it's urgent.
I can't do that.
Yes, you
Tell
can.
him, or I'll charge you with obstruction of justice.
Doctor, I'm afraid Mr. Arnett is here to see you, and he says it's urgent.
Send him in.
I got a
told
gun.
you never to come.
Tell us the truth, Doctor.
Hi. Surprise.
I'm so glad you came. Prison will be better than insanity, and I'm already half insane with grief. Do you know that I loved her? I ruined my life for her, and yet I still love her.
Will you testify in court that Arnett and Randall did these robberies?
They organized the robberies. Julie would get the names of the guests attending my wife's parties. Didn't matter how much money I showered upon her, it was never enough.
This bitch!
She never really cared for me.
Doctor, I'm afraid you're under arrest.
That's one hell of a twist.
You'll call Dr. Gerard. No. Please don't cry. I want to see no one. Not my wife or my children, nor my friends. And I don't want a lawyer. Just lock me up and throw away the key. What have I done?
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Didn't see that coming.
I wonder if we could actually move the green car, and then he would just like splat on the pavement, or would he like hover in midair? I need to call this in.
Operator, message for KGPL.
Putting you through now.
I need an ambulance and the coroner immediately to the offices of Dr. Harold Stoneman, 1646 Ivor Street, Hollywood.
En route, detective. You have a message. Detective Bukowski says the suspect is named Wilson Willie the Wolf Reed, former wrestler. Last known address is an apartment building at the corner of Hollywood and Vine. Detective Bukowski says to meet them there.
You got it.
On our way. We have an address for the runner.
Let's try and wrap this up then.
Yep, I could not agree more.
That old boy really fell for that broad.
She was incredible.
Would you throw it all away for a woman?
Life has a way of making you pay for your pride.
You're quite the romantic, Phelps. Stick with the percentages. Broken hearts are for chumps.
You're talking from experience.
I certainly am. Oh, I like women as much as the next guy, as long as they're in their place and doing what they're told.
Wow, Roy is an asshole. Alright, let's go get this son bitch.
Take the next left.
Oh, it's literally just that. The Broadway, Hollywood.
He's around here somewhere. A big guy. Neighbors say he always wears basketball shoes and a cream jacket. And get this. The kids around here say he plays the harmonica.
Find a game well and have the commander set up a dragnet. We want the area closed off. We'll take this out of the street.
Ha, Roy goes to hookers.
A harmonica playing wrestler. That's a weird one. Think he knits as well?
Just keep your eyes open and your mouth shut. We don't want him to bolt us.
Is that him?
Extra, read all about it.
What are we reading about here, Frankie? I don't know, some bullshit.
That broad's got socks in the brassiere.
Okay. Down a side street. Okay. Gotta look down some side streets. There he is, he's down there.
Wilson Reed, LAPD, give yourself up.
Where'd he go? Oh. Well, now I've got my head up Roy's ass. Just another day in police force.
Slow down, you idiot.
surprised how Cole could actually fit up Roy's ass, considering Roy's up there most of the time. Around and around we go. Nope, I'm going first this time. Fuck no. Boom, 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 boom.
Hold it. He's got to be around here somewhere. No place to go unless you grew wings.
He's... Look up, dude.
There he is! Wait, the son of a bitch!
Son of a bitch really
We are
picked
the
a
best
spot
cops.
for it up here, didn't he? Julia Randall's folks are flying in from New York tomorrow to claim the body. I saw her on the slab. So perfect. Looked like she was made of porcelain. She really made an impression on me.
Julia had that impact on a lot of men.
Christ, it's cold. You guys did good work here today.
No, we didn't. We did terrible
Why?
work.
I think you should buy your brother officers a drink.
Do you now? That's very generous of you, Lieutenant.
8 million stories. We proper fucked this one up. Only 9 out of 17. 8 questions wrong. Never cold in LA. With the doctor dead, only Arnett could have revealed the depths of his infatuation with Julia. So at some point, we would have had a question in which Arnett reveals the secrets of Julia and the good doctor. But as Mel is well aware, some of you may not be, but it is time for another episode of Movie's Last Case. I'm going to mute my mic, I'm going to let it play, and then any feedback that you guys want to give me is muchly appreciated. So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, another episode of Sergeant Movie's Last Case. I quickly found the door that said management. Seeing as I was here unannounced, I figured the polite thing to do was knock. A voice with a thick German accent answered, "Come." I opened the door. "Can I help you?" I stood facing a relatively young man. His face showed no signs of the hardship of life. His brown hair was slicked back, and his mustache has been twirled inwardly on itself. He looked like a villain out of one of the old silent films. "I'm Detective Movie." I smiled and offered him my hand. "I'm conducting an investigation and was wondering if I could ask you a few questions, Mr. Herbst," he said curtly. "Miles Herbst." He shook my hand, but didn't return my smile. "Ask your questions, detective. I'm a very busy man." I glanced around the office. Much like the bland decor outside, the room was painted black and white. The only color that came from the room was a walnut desk, ornately carved and scattered with papers and trinkets, the largest of which was a bronze bust of some unknown German Kaiser. The spiked helmet was a dead giveaway. "Mr. Herbst." I handed him Annie's photograph. "Have you seen this girl?" He took the picture from me and studied it. He frowned. "No, detective. I haven't. But I do know someone who might have." He whistled sharply, and a petite girl hurried into the room. She looked as if she had just dropped what she was doing to be here. "Ada, could you have a look at this photograph, please?" There was no warmth in his voice, no hint of kindness. I knew right then and there, Miles Herbst would be trouble. And there we have it. Another exciting episode of Movie's Last Case. You are completely right, Mel. The whole me typing away in black and white can get kind of stale, especially if the whole thing is like a minute and a half long. So I will definitely take that under advisement.
We have to get off of this hill!
That's one of our 50 cows still firing, Cole! The 22nd are still fighting!
Well.
It's over, Cole. Looks like you're one of the lucky ones.
Say goodbye to your friend Hank, Jack.
He was your friend too, Cole. Is this how you're going to leave him? Are you wounded?
Not a scratch, Kelso.
Well, get up and get out of that fucking hole! Find a stretcher while you're at it so we can get him out of here.
Who's the senior officer here?
I guess that's you, Cole.
You were up here all night?
Yes, sir.
And your command?
Gone, sir.
Sorry to hear that, son. God damn it, we have beaten these bastards back. It's the beginning of the end, and it was one here. You're a goddamn hero, son. What's your name?
Lieutenant Phelps, sir.
I'm recommending you for the Silver Star, and promoting you to First Lieutenant.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Kelso's fucking livid. Yeah, didn't really make a lot of sense. But, I guess might have something directly to do with Pearl Harbor and the fact that only the
A
Americans
shooting
were
at the 111 Club.
affected by Pearl Harbor.
6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
But I could be wrong.
Homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
Even judges are using fucking morphine.
He was a real nice guy. I felt lousy collaring him.
God damn it. Just can't seem to put this morphine to sleep.
No, but morphine will definitely put you to sleep.
Judge. It's not good. Everyone has their vices. Even you, Phelps.
That bum took a swipe at me, put him down in my sap.
Things are about to explode. Quite literally, maybe. I do love a good explosion.
I'll say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
What's up? Here in my car. In Roy's car. Alrighty.
Parker and Green are going toe-to-toe for the top job. There's a change in the wind.
About time.
This wind will be like a tornado, Phelps. Parker's got a puritanical streak. You never know who'll get swept up in a thing like that.
Keep it going. Mel, when was the first time you played L.A Noire? Was it for your channel, or had you played it previously? I know you probably mentioned it in your series. It's been a while since I've watched it. Yeah, definitely, and the way they, like, it's over, like, 1 million lines of dialogue for each possible outcome. And no game has done that.
Homicide guys
since,
are already inside.
which is fucking insane. Like, the amount of work that went into this.
Bukowski.
never seen
Phelps,
anything like this.
back again.
Oh wow, so even
We're here
before
about the
you
morphine.
played it on your channel,
Over by
you
the
played it all the way through.
And see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
I know Eddie McGoldrick. He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. Waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bo. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
That's so
Be my
smug,
guest?
Roy.
You might
Fuck
want to
you.
word with the hostess, too. I'll keep her company until you're ready.
Yeah, sure, why not? Right.
Must have pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
Certainly does. Yeah, definitely. Especially with the Black Dahlia being like the whole overarching thing.
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
Another day, another dollar. Well-maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument.
Nope.
What's that click?
Aha.
Trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet.
Oh. Blue room ticket.
We should follow up on the musician angle.
And obviously, got your smack
Kept his
spoons.
stash close at hand.
Got all your drug paraphernalia in there. Best damn case I ever made. What up, Biddleson? Nothing up my sleeves. Presto!
We have a new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
Warning, maybe habit forming. Excuse me. A lot of fucking cigarettes.
Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
So the smokes. Roy doing? Apart from being an ass. There are
Found you handsome. The relief found you handy.
a fuck ton of bullets everywhere. Okay, let's talk to her.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
Alright.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
Doubt?
You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Cohen.
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
See, that sounds like that sounds true.
Where do you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Thank you for your help, ma'am.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
And now he's dead. So, sorry about that. Alright, let's talk to Carruthers. What up, Mal?
Another day, another dollar.
Oh. But it seems weird to me that they're going for like the whole Oriental hostess when it looks like a fucking jazz club. Why can't we search this guy? No, we can.
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city.
Yeah, like, especially for a jazz club, like, you just wouldn't expect it, so. But then again, Eddie didn't know a damn thing about running a nightclub. Or suits for that matter. That suit is horrible. Ugh, excuse me. Sorry guys, it's been a long ass day. Alrighty.
Another day, another dollar.
Is this money? No, just a pack of smokes. Which guy? Eddie. See, given the way he was kind of curled over as well, I think he was shot twice in the back, and then they stood over him and shot him in the temple. That's how I would do it. I mean, they didn't raid the safe.
They didn't even try to crack the safe.
But it was open. There's money and a gun in it. Why was it open?
In all my years, I've never seen anything like this.
Right, let's talk to Roy because I'm not sure that we've actually found it.
Never the same, are they?
Where is Roy? There he is.
What now?
Best search the place, Cole. Follow the rooms. A joint like this could have some funny stuff lying around.
So clearly we've missed something integral. Oh, you mean like guns?
These look brand new. Never fired. They haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
Is this guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
BARs.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them? Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
Maybe we should. Let's all link back to the...
You catch all the good ones, Phelps.
I wouldn't exactly call this a good one. It's a fucking bloodbath. And we're not even homicide.
Can I ignore you some other time?
Ah. Let's go to the blue room. Hey, watch that ass bag.
How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young...
Now this is a favourite hangout of Roy and Phelps. Gentlemen. Elsa.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lickman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow. Or their knucklehead buddies, Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries Untersturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy! How about you get a drink while I see to this?
Übersturmführer. Führer is leader.
Will you sit down?
Übersturm. I don't know. If someone can do the translation, that'd be brilliant, because I'd love to know what that means.
You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, Head Officer. We have work to do.
German exile?
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
Was that an eyebrow twitch?
I'm not looking to arrest users. I'm after the supply.
You just don't get it, do you? Some people can't live without heroin.
Like yourself.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Lie.
I don't believe you. You knew these men.
And how would you like to prove that, detective?
With this. Senior assault leader. Welcome, Chris. How you doing?
You're out of your depth here, detective, and you're asking the wrong questions of the wrong...
Oh, senior assault leader. Oh, okay.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private
Thank you,
word
Chris.
with the officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
And you're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the
So
laws
we
of
did
this
terribly
city.
with
You
us.
think you can stop people from needing drugs, detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Well, good fucking luck
Brave
with that.
words, and very noble. But words are just words, Cole Phelps.
And yes, those trousers
She's
are
right.
fucking hideous.
We need to pay a visit to the mixer.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day? You'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait.
Oh, that's right.
There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
Now Cole goes and gets high. Oh wait, no he doesn't. Just follows Elsa home like a fucking stalker. Mickey Cohen was in Mad Men. I think Peggy, the chick that plays Peggy, she was one of the first cases. Oh, brilliant! I had no idea you were lurking. This isn't Roy's car. Alrighty. So our intrepid hero
I risk losing the trail.
is now a stalker. That's new. the fall of Cole. The fall of Cole indeed. He was a mighty man, then seduced. Seduced by the allure of the German accent. You have a wife, Cole. Think of your wife. That's all integral to the plot. Lady in beige. Good night with Elsa, was it?
LAPD, we're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Cherry pie was delish.
She's my cherry pie.
This is
unclean.
That broad has
LAPD. We have some questions
Hi,
regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Eager Beaver along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps, Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
Matt.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was in Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy? Or are you going to stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Not yet.
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
Terrible trash talk there, Johnny. You can almost see it wanting to jump out of his mouth. What do you think, guys? Are we going for a doubt, or are we going for a lie, or are we going for the truth? Personally, I don't think you can handle the truth. He has kind of got that deer in the headlights look about him. Yeah, good call.
Jack Dragna has you on the run. You're muscling the guys who stole the morphine from the ship.
You calling me a liar, kid? You think you can prove that in court? Huh?
Okay, well, he just asked twice for us to prove it. But we can't prove it. We have no evidence that suggests he had anything to do with it. Yeah.
Sorry. Sometimes you have to shake the tree to see what falls out. So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit, and I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Again, he's kind of looking deer in the headlights-ish. That tie is a crime scene. Mel's got some sass on her tonight. Looking very deer in the headlights. Again, let's shake the tree once more.
I think you're lying. I think the 111 Club was your men. I think you're trying to send a message.
I'll send you a message, kid. You better have some proof that that was one of mine, or else you better have health insurance, huh?
Surely there's, like, laws against threatening a police officer. Yeah.
You're off the hook. For now.
Let's go with doubt again.
So you haven't heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D. and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. You have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
Oh. Oh.
Hey, what's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is L.A.'s most famous madam.
And everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Aren't you supposed to be working the...
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus. I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Oh, thank you very much.
We'll do that.
This way.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
So, how do we connect the docks robbery to the mess at the 111 Club?
McGoldrick.
I want to make homicide. You know you make it if you can get that desk.
Courtney?
Yeah, the bum took a swipe at me. Put him down with my sap.
Guy gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair in love and war.
Morphine.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
500,000 cigarettes loose on the streets of L.A.
Cigarettes.
This is the crate we recovered.
You think the vice president's getting on the side?
BARs.
Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club.
I don't know who'd be worse.
So.
I want to make
there's also some Thompsons floating around.
Enough to arm 3 companies. Some of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon, McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus.
Oh,
on
shit.
every car. Go!
Time to go.
I've been in this job 20 years.
I'm going to memorize your name and throw my head away.
He was in the bathtub, and they'd taken one of his fingers.
Come on, Roy, quit dicking around.
All units, officers need help at 1384 North Bronson. 1384 North Bronson, shots fired. Any units to handle identify. Code 3. All units, further on the shooting at 1384 North Bronson. 116 Adam reports the suspect is on the roof of the J.W. Robinson building. All units approach with caution. Units 49 William, 15 Adam, go to 1370 Gordon Street. Establish a perimeter and stand by for further. Any other...
Hey, what up, Shark? Welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? How's your week been? It's been a while, man. Oops. That didn't work. Let's try this again.
Shooter has a machine gun! 52 clicks into the move, I've got them. On the roof of one of those buildings.
Oh. Thanks for telling me, Mel. I'd probably spent like at least another 10 minutes trying to get in the front way.
All units, officers down at 1384 North Bronson. Ambulance is en route. Repeating, all units, officers still need help on Bronson. Approach with extreme caution.
You're covered, Phelps.
Aww. Alright, guys. Bear with me 2 seconds. An unknown error has occurred and I have to restart the game. Hopefully it shouldn't take too long. Okay, thanks, Shark. I wasn't very well prepared for today's stream. I've got to admit. Obviously that'll change. Well, it'll change for Mass Effect. At this point, it's far too late for me to really do anything about it. Bear with me a second, guys. We'll get right back to the action. In just 2 seconds. Yeah, I'm doing good, man. I actually did some editing this morning for the first time in ages. Piecing together another episode of Plot Holes. Why was that being a douche? Why is it still being a douche? Why are you doing this to me? Come on, game. Don't do this to me. What? Why are you being a penis? Alright, guys. See, when the game's up and running, it's absolutely fine. When it takes a moment, it's just a massive pain in the ass. Right. L.A Noire. Okay, fuck me. This is being so freaking dumb right now. I don't even know why it's doing this. Yeah, the next episode is going to be really good. Both me and Sin are really proud of this next episode. I can imagine, Mel. I can imagine that playing this at 2 AM with a nice glass of wine is the way to go. See, like, what I like about the L.A Noire streams is, like, the people that love L.A Noire will come out and just hang out. Like, we'll basically play L.A Noire together. And then people stumble across it. And they either love it or they hate it. And they hang out or they go away. Either way, it's normally quite a small stream and I get to interact with everyone. Which is really nice. For me, at least. I enjoy it. Oh, come on. I literally reset my password just before the stream. Why is it being a penis? Thank you. Maybe we'll do that afterwards. Maybe we'll do that once we finish L.A Noire, because unfortunately it will come to an end at some point. But maybe once we finished L.A Noire, we might go on to Murdered Soul Suspect, or I'll have a hunt around and see if we can find any other detective games that are worth their salt. Right, so we've just got to drive there. That's fine.
All units, officers need help at 1384 North Bronson. 1384 North Bronson, shots fired. Any units to handle identify. Code 3. All units, further on the shooting at 1384 North Bronson. 116 Adam reports the suspect is on the roof of the J.W. Robinson building. All units approach with caution. Units 49 William, 15 Adam, go to 1370 Gordon Street. Establish a perimeter and stand by for further. Any other units to respond. Code 3 identified.
Even when you're doing an act of domestic terrorism, you still need to look good doing it.
All units, officer down in 1384 North Bronson. Ambulance is en route. Repeating, all units, officers still need help on Bronson. Approach with extreme caution.
I don't know how any other cop didn't realize they could do this.
LAPD, drop the gun now! Move, I got you.
Gotcha, bitch.
It's one of the BARs.
And an empty clip. No, nothing there. Does the guy have any ID on him? The guy has fucking ID on him. Oh wait, no he doesn't.
Phone number and restaurant table.
Macambo, table 3. Between 12 and 2. We are at Macambo, at table 3. Between 12 and 2. Okay.
I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the only one to get a message.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and started treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
God, Roy's a dick.
You hear anything about the big heist on the Coolidge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. Cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship.
Alright guys, so we're probably not going to be able to get to the end of this, what was that? Probably not going to be able to get to the end of this case tonight. We'll probably do this interrogation with this guy, this questioning section, and then we're going to have to call the stream because it is getting rather late and we've already gone over our normal end time. So let's find out. He's making a lot of eye movement, doing a lot of things about...
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It was a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
That again?
Felix, we didn't go through Okinawa to come back to this on our streets.
I've got the LAPD to keep me safe, right? Me and all my people.
We'll be in touch, Felix.
You heard that Jack is in LA?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
Okay, well, we didn't do as...
Cool customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.
We didn't do as well as we'd hoped that we would with Senor Alvarez. But, you know what? I think we've made some headway tonight. I think we've done pretty well. So, with that, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to end the stream. I do want to thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this evening. I've had a blast. Hopefully you have too. If you are so inclined, please be sure to hit that like button. It does help me out immensely. And you can check down in the description as well for a list of a whole host of other YouTubers that I hang out with on a regular basis. One of them is here. One of them is Cocktails and Consoles. So go check her out. She makes awesome drinks and does video game Let's Plays as well. Awesome content. Go check her out. Yeah. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, just a quick thing. There will be no poker tomorrow. I've got a previous engagement that I must attend. I was probably supposed to attend tonight, but I didn't. So yeah, there's no poker tomorrow, so we'll be back on Monday with Mass Effect Monday. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sergeant Movie, signing off.